Stay-at-home dad chronicles. Some of you ladies really need to stop being so transactional in your relationship. The audacity of some of you really astounds me. It's almost like you take pride in having your marriage be so one-sided in your favor. Making your man jump through hoops for your affection is not healthy. It's almost as if a lot of you are using him for security and stability, and using ass as a bargaining chip to get whatever you want from him. A man will work the shit out of himself all week, and on his only 1 or 2 days off, you want him to take you shopping, clean the house, finish a house project, etc., etc. And then after you've held this man's meat hostage all day and running him ragged, some of you have the nerve to play in his face and act like you forgot. So now he's got to walk up to you looking like,
"Can I crack? Can I please smash? Please."
Some of you will even make up something to get out of it. Obviously, I'm not saying be a walking, talking jizz trap. Lord knows you guys like to reach, nitpick, and twist what I say. But my point is, if you don't like being affectionate with your husband, then why are you with him? Do you even like him? Men will go through years of cycles just like this one and then wake up one day regretting their entire relationship and all those years wasted, wishing they would have just bit the bullet with divorce. I'd rather be broke and have peace than have a little bit of money and be miserable every day. Fellas, if you find yourself in a relationship like this, it might be time to ask some questions. Nobody wants that argumentative, I am the table masculine energy. It'll drain you and it'll drain you fast. Communicate with your partner and find out what the common denominator is. You might be lucky enough to find common ground and salvage your relationship. And if you can't, take it from me. Don't waste any more time, because happiness is out there. Bang bang scallops and shrimp with rice.
What happens when a stay-at-home dad influencer turns on the majority of his audience just to appeal to the empty egos of the misogynistic men of TikTok? The result is that he goes viral and starts getting a lot of views, but he loses everything he has been working for and gets exposed by his teenage daughter for being a deadbeat dad. Daddy Strip, as he calls himself on TikTok, is a stay-at-home dad who makes cooking content where he not only teaches us how to cook, but also gives us unwanted information about what is going on between him and his wife in the bedroom.
Optimus finally let me pound her into the mattress last night. Although it was only because it's our 8-year anniversary. I was hoping the fresh apple fritters from my last video would catch me some buns. Babe, you trying to give up some buns? No. Wishful thinking. The dry streak continues. I tried to get lucky with the old ball and chain last night, and this is how that went. Let me get some cheeks real fast. No. So the dry streak continues.
Absolutely disgusting, by the way. I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
As you can guess from the title Stay-at-home Dad, he doesn't work.
Stay-at-home Dad Chronicles. A lot of people are wondering why I'm the one that stays home and Optimus Prime is the one that goes to work. I think it'd be easier if I just showed you. This was her attempt at making boxed mac and cheese without my supervision last night. There's other factors too, like she's got a much higher earning potential than me. I barely have a high school education. And don't get me wrong, she is the sweetest person you'll ever meet, and her dedication to her family and work ethic are unmatched. But it just frustrates me sometimes that at home she's about as useless as a fishnet condom. I'm sure she feels the same way about me earning $0.
I want you to remember how he points out that his wife's inability to be useful at home sometimes frustrates him. So let's see the video that has caused this man to lose 2 brand deals and get called out by his daughter.
Stay-at-home Dad Chronicles. If a stay-at-home mom tries to convince you that her job is hard, no it isn't. I'm a stay-at-home dad of 5 children, all 7 years old and under, and my life is a vacation. In addition, my kids are homeschooled, so they're here 24/7. I also do all the man work, all the house and car maintenance, taking out the trash, etc., etc. I'm almost 37 years old, and I've had almost every single job there is. Culinary industry, construction, destruction, white collar, warehouse jobs, delivery jobs. I worked at a poultry plant one time and my job was to stand there for 10 or 12 hours on an assembly line cutting chicken throats with a poncho on. Do you have any idea how boring that is? Compared to every single one of these jobs, my life now is a vacation. I have a list of things I want to get done that day, and besides that, I get to do whatever the fuck I want. I don't understand how some of these women have 1, 2, maybe 3 kids, who more often than not have been gone at public school most of the day, chuck their kids like they're cornhole bean bags at their overworked husbands as soon as they walk in the door, or tell them to do shit around the house. What the f have you been doing all day, bro? Some men like to do all that when they come home, and that's cool, but you gotta understand when you're being taken advantage of. Then on top of that, they won't even let them crack most of the time. And that right there is just plain unacceptable. Ladies, just streamline your day and do your job. Leave that man alone and let him crack. It's that easy. No need to overcomplicate things. Hurry and get me to 50K before my balls start clacking against my ankles.
All that vitriol from a man who has only been a stay-at-home dad for 1 year. Literally 1 year. And if it was so easy to be a stay-at-home dad and his life is such a vacation, why is he then frustrated that his wife cannot help him around the house? What the hell was he doing all day? In his own words. And of course he was getting called out in the comments, mostly by women, because the truth is that it is mostly women who watch this kind of content. The men only started coming out of the woodwork when his content turned from wholesome to hateful. But amongst all these comments, the most important one was the one he kept deleting. His teenage daughter's comment.
I know I'm coming. They know I'm coming. I know they gonna be there. And they know I'm gonna do the best job I can possibly do.
Remember he said that he's a stay-at-home dad of 5 kids, all 7 years and under? He has 4 other children. 4 other children. 3 teenagers and 1 little boy. But of course he conveniently left them out of his videos because neither of these children live with him, and talking about them would ruin his perfect stay-at-home dad aesthetic. And nobody would have even known about this if his 14-year-old daughter had not dropped a comment revealing this, and also made a video backing up her comments when her father tried to do damage control by posting this video.
Stay-at-home dad chronicles. My minor 14-year-old daughter's personal social media profile is being exploited all over the internet. As a lot of you might know, I recently released a video of me making a turkey and criticizing a certain group of stay-at-home moms. Stay-at-home moms that exaggerate their responsibilities in order to take advantage of their 9-to-5 sole-providing husbands. This video went viral on TikTok and Instagram. Most big creators like this one agree and support what I said. Others like this were offended, and all they could do was hurl personal insults, baseless accusations, and wrong assumptions. If you want to go check it out on TikTok, you'll see how she's all loud and wrong, but at least she managed to accrue an entire 33 likes on it. They've also been nitpicking about pictures like this of my living room, not my dining room, which is what the reposter was trying to say, of a bunch of totes packed with my wife's grandmother's personal effects, seen as she had just recently passed away. We were in the process of obtaining a 10x20 storage unit to store all this, since she wants to keep it because it has sentimental value to her. Although I do have to give her credit for blocking my child out, and I appreciate that. She berates me for having the child be naked and in a diaper when she's less than 1 year old and about to eat. Obviously because I was making food, and a lot of parents prefer for their child to eat that way so it doesn't stain their clothes and they're about to take a bath after dinner anyway. And as you can see, the carpet is perfectly clean with just a few toys because, you know, she likes to play with toys. They're all in their feelings because, as the saying goes, hit dogs will holler. They're trying to twist my words, saying that I said all stay-at-home moms are trash no matter what, and trying to paint me out to be misogynistic. I did my video in my usual dry humor sarcasm style. That's been very successful at obtaining me a lot of followers very quickly. Almost 100,000 between Instagram and TikTok in 3 months. I get a lot of support from stay-at-home dads, high-effort stay-at-home moms, and working dads. As a content creator, I've quickly learned that people will perceive what they want to perceive in order to be offended when they want to be offended. So none of that bothers me, but this is what does. My 14-year-old daughter made a comment about me that she did not mean on another creator's post named Stay-at-Home Tom. She was upset and hurt that I was excluding her from my content and didn't realize that I was doing it for her privacy and protection. Sometimes my content can be controversial, and I want to keep my children and my family far away from that. Her information is redacted on these pictures, but in these original posts, they are not redacted. This is no way, shape, or form Tom's fault. There's no way that he could have predicted that would happen. I, of course, called my daughter and explained to her that's what I was doing, and she understands. She, of course, took down the comment, but not before a bunch of women who were offended by what I said started pasting her and exposing her all over social media in front of thousands of potential predators. If you want to be angry at me. Please leave children out of it.
Hey, I'm Daddy Sauce Drip's daughter. I just want to say that I do not support his take on stay-at-home moms. I think that all stay-at-home moms are very hardworking, and I do not think that you should let a man crack just because you stay at home. But being a stay-at-home mom is a very hard job. all of his kids that he mentions, they are real. He has 5 kids, 7 and under, that he stays at home. All of his teenagers don't live with him. I don't live with him. I live in a different state as him. So does my brothers. They all live in different states as him. And they are either adopted or with their mom. So, yeah, he doesn't just have the teenagers and I don't live with him. If y'all said that I shouldn't have a social media account, that's like none of your business. And for the people saying that I doxed myself, I just made a comment on a post. But he was telling me that he was gonna let me go live with him from the funding from the videos. So that's why he was doing that, I guess. But yeah, he does have all of those kids. And as for the comment, he did not delete it. It was on Stay at Home Tom's post, I believe. Yeah, it was on his post. He didn't delete it. I deleted it because I was told that it was exploiting my privacy. And that's also why I switched all my accounts to private, because I was told to. But I deleted Instagram so my dad can no longer reach out to me or get mad at me for this post. I switched all my accounts back to public because I'm not going to hide because my dad is being controversial on the internet. And I was upset because imagine your dad going on the internet and telling people that he has 7 kids or 5 kids, 7 and under, when you are 14 years old, about to be 15. You'd probably be upset too.
Immediately after this stay-at-home dad influencer started getting called out by his daughter and everybody on God's green earth, as expected, the brands who send in PR packages were also getting called out, and they responded by dropping comments on their official TikTok pages or on the videos of the people who called him out, stating that they will be dropping Daddy Sauce Drip as their influencer because they do not align with his recent videos. I mean, you cannot have a page that focuses on this kind of content that appeals mainly to women and then suddenly do a 180 one day and start spewing misogynistic red pill content on your page.
Now here's what he's been doing over on IG. He's liking comments like this, when in reality the only reason why women have any rights is simply because we men decided to give them to them. Take them away again and let's hear you roar more. And this one, make them angrier, old son, it's hilarious. To which he responded, working on it. So instead of separating himself from that kind of mindset, he's feeding into it.
And seeing that he has 4 other children who are now adopted and not living with him, it doesn't also seem like he's doing a great job at being a father as well. But sadly, this is what social media has become today. A den of fake people trying to judge the lives, morals and principles of others when their own life is a horror story. And by the way, seeing that he needs someone to educate him, being a stay-at-home dad and being a stay-at-home mom are not the same. This man, who, let me say again, has only been a stay-at-home dad for 1 year, does not have to deal with pregnancy while taking care of the kids and the home. He doesn't have to deal with childbirth or postpartum depression or breastfeeding or any other thing that women have to go through while being expected to do their jobs as mothers and wives at the same time. So these videos are incredibly tone deaf and insulting to stay-at-home mothers. And if anyone has the right to call out stay-at-home moms for being quote-unquote lazy, it is most definitely not a deadbeat, misogynistic, lazy father who doesn't understand that you don't turn against the women who built your platform without having it backfire in your face. But let me know what you think about this stay-at-home dad in the comment section. If you hit the like button and you drop a comment, you'll be helping my video get recognized by the algorithm. So please do that. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.